Welcome back to Blue Gummy Dueling, and today I will be presenting to you guys my Jesse anime deck profile. I was thinking of going with the Astro Phoenix deck, but this is the one that I went in sequence, right? So this is the deck box that I went with, and card sleeves that I went with. Now this deck was a little hard to make because this one has the most duplicates, I believe, and I simply just didn't know how to use the Crystal Beast cards, but here we go. Alright, starting off with the main deck, we have, of course, Rainbow Dragon. I'm assuming this is like his actual ace monster, right? And I decided not to go just with one, but 3 copies of Rainbow Dragon, because this is like the main reason of the deck, right? You want to have all these Crystal Beast cards either like on the field, right, or in the graveyard to be able to special summon this amazing 4,000 beater, right? So this card, I've always wanted to try out this card, and now I got an excuse to do it. Yes, good son. Yeah, shine on the cards, please. There we go. All right, now for the next card, I had, kind of doing a little bit reading into everything that the characters did. And I saw the next one's gonna be Hammond, Lord of Striking Thunder. Now, the reason I selected this character to make, because originally I was gonna go with Kaiba Man and Atticus, right? But I was like, nah, I'll leave that for another briefcase. Let's go with the most recognized characters of the series that I liked. But I do remember Jesse was possessed as well, or had a dark form. And while he's controlled by Yubel, he does have access to the Sacred Beasts, and all of the Crystal Beasts behave like continuous magic cards, and that's exactly what you need to be able to summon this guy. So perfect addition for this deck. Hammond, Lord of Striking Thunder. And that's it for the tribute monsters on the main deck, and now here we go with the repeats. Next up, we have Crystal Beast Sapphire Pegasus, 3 copies of this card. I think this is one of the better ones. Sorry, I don't remember exactly what they do. I'm assuming this is a searcher card, but I found a secret rare. It's 1800 beater. It's going in the deck. So this one has 3 copies. Yeah. And the way they behave, yeah, I need to have multiple copies of these cards. Like Crystal Beast in general. Yeah. Now the other Crystal Beast, I only have 2 copies, so 2 copies of Crystal Beast Amber Mammoth. I remember the voice. I remember the voice for the English dub of this card. Oh my goodness, it was basically, well, the Terminator, right? Yeah. Next up, we have Crystal Beast Topaz Tiger. Again, 2 copies. And I feel like this deck profile is gonna be pretty fast. Shoot, what did I do? Then next up, we have Crystal Beast Combat Eagle. Once again, 2 copies. Then we have Crystal Beast Amethyst Cat. Then for the last of the 2s, the Crystal Beast Emerald Tortoise. Right, so this one has a pretty bit high defense, so it's good to put in defense mode. And for the last monsters in the main deck, we have not 1, but 3 Crystal Beast Ruby Carbuncle. I got 3 copies. So I was researching, people who play these decks, and the one that they kept spamming 3 of was either the Pegasus and this guy. So I went with 3 copies of Pegasus and Carbuncle. Everybody else, I went with 2 copies. Of course, I really want to see Crystal Dragon a lot, so I put 3 copies. And absolutely, I wanted to add Hammond. You just gotta give it a try. All right, so sadly, this is like the most unoriginal, ununique, or whatever deck that you're seeing. So many duplicates. You know, I'm not happy about that, but I have to run it this way because if not, it's gonna be a pain to summon Rainbow Dragon. Another thing is that, of course, Jesse, when he's in his dark mode or controlled by Ubel or whatever, he does run like a dark version of all of these cards. However, they do require a particular field magic card to be summoned. So I was like, nah, man, let's skip that. So if that was the case, I would have like basically had their counterparts, but it would have been a pain to summon if it's depending on one card that you don't have in the hand at the moment. You know, so unless you make the deck fully focused on being able to summon the dark ones, this is just a lot easier and more iconic, so I went with these. All right, now we're going into the magic cards. We actually have two draw cards here. We have Pot of Greed. And then next up, a more unique one for Crystal Beast, we have Rare Value. So these are your two draw cards for the deck. But then that's not all. As you're gonna see, I also added more recent cards that were released on a Crystal Beast structure deck. This one's Crystal Bond. And then Rainbow Bridge. Right? So these two cards are actually searcher cards. Very good cards. Of course, Jesse never played these two cards. So with this deck, I had to fill it with cards that, you know, were more recent or tournament-like. Next up, we have Monster Reincarnation. I think, yeah, Jesse doesn't play Monster Reborn, is he, right? Yeah, no, I couldn't find him playing Monster Reborn, so this is like the closest thing just to bring a monster back to your hand. Next up, another card that was used for like modern days Crystal Beast. We have Rainbow Bridge of the Heart. You know, these guys. I don't exactly know what these cards do. I need to play I've only played the deck once. I need to play it more to find out like the shenanigans. But I know this is like one of the better cards. So that's my fear. I'm like, maybe for me the deck looks kind of weak, but maybe it's actually really strong. Then next up we have Ancient City Rainbow Ruins. Now Jesse does play this in the anime, so I was trying to balance it out, like not put too many tournament cards, right? Put as many anime cards he played on the deck, and then if I don't have enough to fill it up, then that's when I started adding like some of the tournament cards. But I only wanted to allow myself to play one of the tournament cards each in the deck. Then next up, another card that apparently seems to be powerful, and Jesse did play it, is Golden Rule. So I only have one copy on the main deck for this guy. Then I went with Crystal Beacon. I don't remember if he played this or not, but again, I was searching online for Crystal Beast decks. This seems to be one of the better ones. I think yes, he does play this one, and that's why I put it here. Yeah. Then we have Crystal Blessing, similar to the last one. I think Jesse does play it, so that's why it's here. And it's one of the better ones. If you didn't play it, then that means I just deem it better or worthier than some other cards that are available. Now for the last two magic cards, we have Crystal Tree. Now I know Jesse did play this one, right? And then lastly, we have Crystal Release. So have you seen, I try to put at least like one equipped card I put it for like Yugi, Joey, Kaiba, right? Having equipped cards, right? So I was like, okay, so Crystal Beast have an equipped card, you know, like gives like 800 attack points, and then let's do it. So I added this one. And now we go into the trap cards. Now when it comes to trap cards, let me count real quick. Yeah. It's one of the decks that has the most trap cards, right? This one has 8 trap cards. First up, bam, Mirror Force. Jesse doesn't play Mirror Force in the anime, but he has it in the manga. So it's like, you know what? You're getting a copy of it in your deck. Then we have another more modern card, Rainbow Bridge of Salvation. And next up, oh man, I really like this one. Yeah, it is another modern card. Ultimate Crystal Magic. I'm assuming this one came out in the structure deck, but with this, it really helps to summon Rainbow Dragon. Yeah, sorry, I don't know what this card does. I just have it because every deck plays it. It looks amazing, secret rare. It's going on the deck. Then next up, to kind of like, I don't know if it's to nerf it or anything like that, but it definitely feels like it's a rainbow card. So here we go. Rainbow Life. Not a super crazy card. You discard a card, and then every damage you take in that turn, instead of losing it, you gain it. So your opponent's just gonna stop attacking. And maybe he might be tempted to attack, and yeah, might as well take advantage of that. All right, then the next one we have is called Crystal Pair. Right, I think this is a trap card that he did play in the anime, so it's going here. Then we have Rainbow Gravity. I think these last, well, I don't know about the last three, but at least Rainbow Gravity and Rainbow Path, I think they're both cards that he did play in the anime, right? And then lastly, this is the one I don't know if he played it or not. Maybe he did. Counter Gem. And that's it for the main deck. Yeah, man, I'm sorry I'm going super fast with all these. This for me, it's like super new. I've never actually played a Crystal Beast deck. I don't have a particular attachment to the Crystal Beasts themselves. In fact, I didn't like them, right? But the one I did like was Rainbow Dragon. So I was like, yeah. And, you know, and this is like a famous, I think it was season 3, right? Where Jesse shows up. It's supposed to be like, oh, he got this deck from like Pegasus by winning a tournament. It was supposed to be like super rare. And he became like one of the main characters that shows up. You know, I was like, okay, then, you know, then I'm making the deck for this guy. Now, next up, we're going to the extra deck. As you guys know, in the main series, he doesn't have an extra deck, right? But there are 2 cards that came out that I would add into the main extra deck. So here we go. We have, first of all, Ultimate Crystal Rainbow Dragon Override. The reason I'm adding these cards is because it's Yu-Gi-Oh! EX. So the main theme of the show is like to tap into your fusion monsters. But Shaz and this guy didn't particularly, well, Shaz did have fusion monsters, just not the ones that I wanted on the, you know, on the deck. Or in the manga, I think in the manga he didn't have fusion monsters, right? So because the Shaz deck was more fusion-esque. And then Jesse is the same thing. He doesn't have fusion monsters. So I was like, no, you're getting, if you have fusion monsters, you're getting them. So 1 copy of Ultimate Crystal Rainbow Dragon Override. And then similarly to that, right? The other one that we have is Rainbow Over Dragon. Right, so these 2, I'm assuming they are from the structure deck. Great additions, right? So I'm definitely adding to the deck, and that's it for the main extra deck. Now we're gonna go to the main side deck, and here's where I'm gonna have to like make a little difference because, yeah, I have another copy of Ultimate Crystal Rainbow Dragon Override. The reason I went with this is because Kira Twig had 2, so I was like, okay, if you have 2, I'm putting 2. Right. As always, I'll leave a little bit of space here so you guys can know that this is the extra deck. Yikes, I just moved the table. Let me see if we can stop it. Ooh, there we go. All right, now starting with the other cards that I saw from Kira Twig that I don't know much about either. We have 1 copy of number 38, Hope Harbinger Dragon Titanic Galaxy. What a mouthful, wow. Then next up we have a number 97 Dragubion. First time I'm actually reading it out loud, I mean. Then next up we have a Divine Arsenal Zeus. Like every single deck of his, I mean, had like this guy, right? The Zeus. This guy must be amazing. All right, then we have Super Star Slayer Typhoon. Another one of these like big XYZ monsters that apparently are going around. In fact, I just realized that this guy has card sleeves. So there's 1 anime character deck that I need new card sleeves because the card sleeves I have look so lame and the character's so cool. It's like, this is unacceptable. He needs gold card sleeves. So I might be using those card sleeves for the other guy. Then we have another freaking, oh my god, this guy. I already talked about this guy. I hate this guy when it's used against me. Baguska, number 41, Baguska, the terrible tired tapir. I even forgot what it does. I just know every time my cousin played it, it was a nightmare to get through. Then we have a number 60, Dugaris, the Timeless. Yeah, I don't know what these cards do. Some of them look so freaking cool. You know, I'm happy I at least have this, like anime deck to an excuse to play them. Then next up we have a number 100 Numeron Dragon. And now going into the Link monsters, we have, of course, Nightmare Unicorn. Then we have its, basically, I call this its counterpart, Nightmare Phoenix. Then we go into one of these Charmers, Lena, the Light Charmer Lustrios. So again, I'm really happy they made these cards. We have another Charmer, Win, the Wind Charmer Verdant. And then lastly, this card, which seems to be another, like all these cards apparently are very like staples and are famous. This one, I think being one of the most popular ones now, would be SP Little Knight. Don't ask me what all these cards do. Kiritwig had them. They seem to be running around. Because, you know, I also checked Dark Arm Duelist, right? But I think Kiritwig, I don't think I know. He makes decks to be more like its pure form, right? He will only add what's the staples required to like kind of be competitive, but everything else has to be like the type of that deck. So I'm really happy about that. So yeah, I went with one copy of SP Little Knight. Should I put it here? Yeah, should I put it with the Link monsters? Let me see. Well, for the first time, I'm gonna put it here because it looks better with the Link monsters. I like that. All right, so that's it for the extra deck. Now we're gonna go into the side deck. So basically for the side deck, it's just more Crystal Beast reinforcements. Oh, no, why did the sun go? Super cloudy now. Damn. All right, anyways, now there's another Crystal Beast Dragon that I needed to add in the deck because it looks so freaking cool and so much easier to summon. We have, bam, Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon. You know, it's got 3,000 attack points and it's so much easier to summon than the original Rainbow Dragon. But because Jesse didn't play it, and I think it might be overpowered, it's on the side deck, and I didn't go with just one copy, I went with 3 copies of this guy. Don't move. And I just moved the table. Yikes. Come on. Okay, we'll go with that. And then I'm probably gonna go faster with these because you've already seen all these monsters. See, a lot of repeats on this deck, which is I'm not happy about, but it is Crystal Beast. So we have Crystal Beast, Amber Mammoth, Topaz, the eagle, the cat, and the tortoise. All right, so as with the Pegasus, the Carbuncle, you got 3 on the main deck, and every other Crystal Beast has 2 in the main deck, while the remaining copies are on the side deck. See, not original. See, this is what I'm not super happy about, but you know, I'm happy that this, by the way, this deck was really cheap, probably the cheapest one to make out of all. So at least in that department, I was really happy. Can I stop moving this, please? Thank you. All right, and now for the magic cards. There are repeats, but I think there's 2 magic cards that are brand new. We have another copy of Crystal Bond. It's just like too good of a searcher card. Let's put it here. Similarly to the last one, right? Rainbow Bridge. And now for the last 2 magic cards, they're kind of new. Awakening of the Crystal Ultimates. And then lastly, we have Crystal Promise. Okay, yeah, so I don't it's probably here because I like the card and I wanted like these like secret rare ones in the deck or someone played it. That's it. It's the reason why it's here. It's probably one of the better ones from, I don't know how to explain it. There's some cards that are not new, not necessarily super new, but are still pretty useful that Jesse probably didn't play. That's one of them. All right, then we have another copy of Ultimate Crystal Magic. Yes, now we're entering the, yeah, this guy has a lot of trap cards. That's a good thing. Ultimate Crystal Magic. Just because I want more cards to summon my Rainbow Dragon. Then we have a Crystal Conclave. I don't remember if he played it in the anime or not, but it's one of the ones that is being. I think I saw someone using this card. I was like, okay, now we're putting this one in the deck. And then lastly, the counter trap card, Crystal Miracle. I apologize. I don't know if Jesse has actually played this card, right? And that's why it's here. But the one that's being that was really good, people recommended it, was this one. It's a counter trap card, right? He did not play this in the anime, but it's like really good. All right, and that is it for my Jesse deck. Wow, this is the shortest, probably what's it called? Character profile. Probably the shortest one I'll ever do. But you know, there were so many duplicates, and I don't know the deck very well. I just went with but with the little knowledge I have from Yu-Gi-Oh, just researching online. Basically, step one, researching all the cards he played in the anime. Then I researched all the cards he played on the manga. Right. Then I probably even went through the video games maybe, but mostly, you know, I went through okay, what's being played in tournaments. So I at least allow 1 or 2 copies. That's it, max. So yeah, that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed my Jesse. I'm so close to saying Jesse Eisenberg. Oh my goodness, the Jesse anime character deck profile. And yeah, so and now next up, yes, next time we will have the Aster Phoenix character deck profile. And then after that, to end the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX section, we have Crowler's anime deck. Of course, there's a ton of other characters that showed up in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX that I liked, or I liked their decks, but I decided to leave that for another briefcase. Right, so right now I'm trying to go for the main characters, right? The main character, the rival, or and then the friend or something like that, or just characters that I think to be extremely famous or really cool looking, or to have the amazing decks. Anyways, that's it for this, for this video. Hope you guys liked it, and I'll see you guys on the next one.